So I finally got to see Weapons, the new Zach Cregger film from 2025, and yeah, saw it in super screen, so it's the next best thing to IMAX around here for us. And been busy editing away, so I had to go and see it because I'd heard a lot of things. I actually loved this film. What do you think?
Yeah, I really enjoyed it. It's quite funny.
So
Funny.
I'd seen a few reviews. It's not a complicated film, and I'm going to be a bit careful when I first talk about it because I don't want to spoil it, because you know you got to be careful. Because I highly recommend it, and I think
Keep it short and sweet. Then.
I think it's incredibly done. I'll do a warning for some slight spoilers coming up, but the film itself is really just it's a mystery film. It's kind of horror in places, but you know, a classroom of kids apart from one disappears, and they're trying to unsolve what's happened. Simple premise, but very well executed and very well done. The storytelling on this film is what makes it incredible. It's got amazing performances. Josh Brolin and Julia Garner are great amongst others as well. You know, it's quite
Amy Madden, I think. Is that her name?
Justin Long makes an appearance.
Yeah,
It's a great cast. It's a great acted piece. It's a real actor's piece as well. It's because to me it was quite a drama, and it was able to make actors shine, and you know, it wasn't just a heavy set pieces and effects and this. It actually was, actors were allowed to act in this film, I found. And it genuinely was a film where I just wanted to see what was going to happen next. It had me gripped and on the edge of my seat, and I just wanted to know what was going to happen. It kept me going, and so that's a really good sign of very well story, very well told. But the editing is incredible. It's very well edited. The way it's put together is a real highlight for me, which gives it a real there are other films that have done similar. It does remind me of stuff. It's got a bit of a Pulp Fiction vibe in how it's put together and told, but it's better than that. It's done better. I don't want to say too much there without going into spoilers. Again, it going in cold is very good for this film. I do recommend that. Don't spoil it for yourself in that sense. But incredible acting, incredible editing. It's also very well shot as well. There was some shots and some cinematography I was really loving. The whole package worked amazingly for me. I don't have many gripes with it at all, which is rare for me. Like, there isn't a lot that bothers me. Slight little things, but again, I'll go into spoilers. But it's not. It's a very high rated film in my opinion. I've seen some people not liking it, but I think if you love film, like, I think it's proper cinema. It's pure cinema. This one. It's a brilliantly told and executed story with great performances, with great filmmaking techniques. I mean, that's a good package to me. It really is. I thoroughly enjoyed that one. I enjoy film in general, but this one did captivate me, and I found it very well how they drip your information, and they don't take the audience for an idiot. I can really see Zach progressing and homing on his filmmaking. So Barbarian I did enjoy, and that was very different and out there. And again, another film that was good to go in cold too. I think he's took his blueprint from Barbarian and actually improved on it, and there's been heavy progression with this. This is better for me. It works better and is better. Although I like Barbarian, I think this is a better job. It's made me quite excited about what he's going to do with Resident Evil, actually, because Resident Evil is a film that's had a lot of strange things, but I'd seen him say that it's going to be a real homage to the game. The fact that he's directing,
very dark.
He's directing a new Resident Evil, and that's supposedly coming next year. So I'm quite, after Barbarian and Weapons, I'm quite intrigued to see where we're going with that. And you liked it?
Can I talk now?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed it. I found it very tense watching. Very well calculated. A lot of long scenes where you just you're not quite sure what's going to happen next. A few little jump scares and things in there. I think this is the sort of film you want to go in blind. You don't want to go in knowing anything, because it just makes it that much more enjoyable. You'd looked up a little bit, seen a little bit of people discussing it.
I'd seen some reviews, online reviews.
I'd completely avoided everything bar the trailers, and I felt I really enjoyed it, because you don't really fully understand what's going on for a good portion of the film, and even when you do start to kind of figure it out, it's still a bit Like, is this really what's happening? So I found, like you, I found the directing was great, the acting was great, the story was great. It is a simple premise, played very well, and it reminded me of another film that I really enjoyed, which I was talking to you about. I don't know if anyone else has seen it, 11:14. I thought it was a really fun film. But yeah, like you said, Pulp Fiction and other films have done the time chapter thing.
It's I'll round it up there just before I start saying stuff that I think is like, you know.
I don't want to spoil it.
I don't want to spoil it. Slight spoilers here, slight. I like if you stop now if you want to go in blind. But I will just say, if you liked Barbarian, then I think you'll really like this. So I do.
It's got that same hint of unhingedness about it.
I recommend it. I will say, take the horror with a pinch of salt. I don't think it's a pure horror film. I think it's more of a horror drama.
There was some, I think, for the average person, there was some creepy stuff in there.
But it is
the
more.
Jump scares were quite harsh.
It's more of a horror drama. It's no
yeah.
Friday the 13th or Halloween or anything like that.
It's very meticulous.
It literally does go off on drama. And again, if you've not seen Barbarian, I don't want to spoil that. But just if you like Barbarian, it is pretty much, you know what you're getting. You know, Barbarian is almost the blueprint for this. That said, a little bit of spoiler alert. It's not really any moments. One thing that didn't work for me completely well, which is literally, I literally 4.5 star this one on Letterboxd. It's always hard to always give a 5. It was Josh Brolin's dream was a bit dumb when he sees a gun in the sky. That was my little niggle.
I was trying to work out what the hell that had to do with
just like in
anything.
Pulp Fiction, where Uma Thurman does a square and the square pings up like that bugs me. I think it's very out of place in that film.
An old boy with the hammer.
Old boy,
where
you know they literally draw a mathematical equation on the screen. It just it's same with Pulp Fiction. That this isn't as bad, and I do like the idea of the dreams and the supernatural element. I just didn't feel we needed a rifle with 2
It's
cylinders.
weird because obviously he talks about weaponizing people, but he had the dream before he put those bits together, so that was very odd.
It's not horrendously out, but it just
odd.
Visually, like the film is a very well made and slick film, so I just felt like visually
what
it
are the
didn't
rules
need it.
around dream sequences? You're dreaming, you can pretty much do what you want.
Yeah, but this film was pretty slick. I thought it was very slick.
It didn't bother me like it bothered you. I mean,
but it was I love how the film is told through different characters and point of views, and each time it gives you new information or a slight different angle to see things differently. I thought that was very well done.
To that one point.
But I like how you see things from a different perspective, and it just shows you if you don't have all the facts, you can make the wrong decision about a character if you don't know exactly what's going on. So I like that. I appreciate that a lot. I don't think that's actually easy to do. I think that's actually quite it's taken a simple story and structure and making it complicated for yourself, but the payoff is great. If you do it right, which I think this did, it was a really good payoff. So I'm quite excited and buzzing from this one. It's making my top list of the year so far. That's definitely one of my 2025 top films.
I don't want to spoil it, so I won't completely say what it was, but there is a particular scene at the end of this film that had me chuckling so hard. It was funny. I don't think it's meant to be funny.
I've heard people say that they laugh.
It comes across really funny, and I won't say what it is.
I didn't actually think it was fun. I thought it was a very well executed film. I think a lot of people laugh these days.
No, it's not like intentionally. It's not slapstick comedy. It was just the way the scene played out. It was just like, oh my god.
Yeah, I think there's some dark humour intention because again, Barbarian had some dark humour like
there is some
this.
Dark bits in there.
So you can see the director's personality shining through and style. For sure, there's a style there. It's one of his films now, and I'm excited just to see what comes next. Like looking at Resident Evil coming from him, I'm which is something that I've loved growing up.
I didn't realise it was him doing Resident Evil. So yeah, that could be quite good.
That's the source material of that is something that I'm fond of and I've grown up with. So I was a big fan of that, and I'm not such a fan of the original set of films.
No, but I did like Raccoon City.
Some of the animated films are okay. Raccoon City I had a blast with, but it is still car crash, but good car crash.
Yeah, it's good fun watching.
And I got a lot out of that because I'm a big I was a massive fan of the game Resident Evil 2 and the first one, and that film really was for
I don't play the
fans.
games, but I like watching you play the game.
There was literally sequences lifted out of the
Yeah.
game, which is what I actually expected first time round, but Paul W.S. Anderson didn't. And
They just made up a whole new character.
I really liked him as a filmmaker. I was a big fan of Event Horizon, and even dug Mortal Kombat for fun, but Resident Evil didn't land for me. But off piece they go. Basically, I hope that Zach carries on this wave of film, because so far he's done awesome. I do highly recommend.
Tense. Great.
Yeah, it's
Dramatic.
kind of horror, but more of a drama, suspense, tense mystery drama for me. But
Yeah.
incredibly well made and incredibly well performed. Go and check out Weapons.